lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to shoot.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Now Joe Mixon. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Go! Ready?
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 34.
Kill. Check 31, check 31.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
50 seconds, come on. Go, baby, come on, let's go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Anderson. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now Darnold, he's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. The 20, 10, and they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. Now Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a second and 13.
57 the mic. You're trapped. You're trapped. Yeah, lady. 57 the mic. Hey, Alpha. Man, you got to get this shot right.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, Charlie.
Darnold now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, orbit.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Bell, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Darnold from the gun. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Hey, protein spill. Showing it.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Hey, Delta. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Lady. Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, that'll be taken in by Anderson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. On the catch, it's Crowder. Accelerating, and off he goes. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. From a yard out. And the Jets will extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go, set, 60 or. All day, baby, all day. Mike 42. Hey, high 7. Watch the run. Let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
At the Jets' 33-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Takes 3. 218, chopper. Yo, cheetah, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for number 81. Incomplete. Darius Slay on recovery.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, lady. 57's the mic. Watch 57. I'm coming. Hey, Haywood. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down.
We got 4. We got 4.
To throw is Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Here we go, son. 57 to Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, lady. Motion. Here we go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
What tight end? Hey, 4 down. Hey, Zoo.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Bell running on first down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. This one hauled in by Sample. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Go. Mike 42. Mike 42. Hey. Mike 42. Not today, Ron. Not today. Hey, switch gears. Pilot, 64, weak. Go. Go now. Speed grip.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 37 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for two.
Let's get that ball, kid. Let's get that ball.
They'll let Mixon try to run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. They'll get a couple yards on that one. Then they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watch with the 7. Watch the pass. Motion.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Watch out. And Eddie. Chopper. And Eddie.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold found his target. It's Anderson. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 72 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
On the ready. 53 is the mic. Yo, 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 yo. Yo! Get!
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He'll drop to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And that is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Draw play. This is Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Again, it's Bell. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Bell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ficken's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go, let's go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now this throw caught left side. A very solid gain of 27. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now back to throw. His throw incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To the right sideline, that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Set up, 15 line. 15 line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Auden Tate there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Ready? Hey, exit. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Man 80, 61, matchbox light. Man 80. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, Charlie. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to air one. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets will extend their lead. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
Check 24, check 24. Ready? Protein spill. Ready?
Darnold from the gun. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now this time he'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
57. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
On first down, it's Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown, baby.
Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready. 70, Indy. 53, Mike, 53. You bet. 80 weapon. You better be afraid of me. Hey, Delta. Watch the safety creep.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He completes it to Tate. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The extra point up and good. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run on first down. Bell. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.